If you take the Nigerian accent like this and you slow it down, you put a lot of slavery in there.
Facts.
And then you start to put a little bit of subservience in it. This is what starts to happen
Yeah.
to the Nigerian accent.
Man,
It goes this because literally, if you're down here and you start to speed it up, and then you start to take all the thing out of it, then before you know it, you're talking like this.
now we are free again.
Now we are free. We are released.
Hey, that was a smooth transition.
You see that?
Damn.
So if I talk like this, but then I go and I slow it down, then I would go and I slow it down, and then I started talking like this to serve my master and be a subservient. But then when I want my freedom for the master, and I go and I talk a little bit faster, then I go sound like this, like, come on now, that shit's stupid, that's ridiculous. Like, is he not embarrassed? Does he not realize how ridiculous that he sounds? The Southern American English accent is a evolved version of British English, just like every other accent in the United States. It's just all languages, all accents evolve over time. The way Nigerians sounded 500 years ago is not the same way that they sound now. It's not the same thing. Even if you go based off of whatever's in the history books, slaves were taken from all over West and Central Africa. They all had different languages. They were...
Here we go again. Here we go again. First and foremost, that ain't even a Southern accent. With whatever he tried to do, that's not a Southern accent. Now, let me say this: even in America, if you're not from certain parts of the South and you try to do certain Southern accents, you're gonna sound crazy. You know, it's just like us doing a Jamaican accent. It's gonna sound off. So just that first and foremost, but be subservient. That was okay. Interesting. So a Nigerian born in Britain is talking about the subservient voice. Interesting. But if you catch him on one of the UK stations, he's gonna have a whole British accent. He came out with an apology, but it's like, Here's the other thing. Godfrey. This is your show. But in truth be told, at some point you're gonna see that it's the diaspora that has the problem. Because this keeps happening on your show. Your show. And even making fun of Cali. You making fun of black people in Cali. And Akbar, this is not me. Here we go again. Now, somebody's going, well, let me bring up this. Y'all not going to bring up when I was a child, I was called this. See, these are pretty much all social media moments of adults from, let's just say from the diaspora, from Africa, the Caribbean. It's them, grown people in America, talking shit about Black America while trying to portray Black America. But then it's like, I don't know why we all the same. No. Here's another part. Y'all gonna at some point in the near future turn away so many people who are Pan-Africans because they can't even get away from this type of stuff. It's like, God, I'm trying to be all Pan-African and Afrocentric and be, all this, and we are one, brothers and sisters, and here we go again. And just for the record, being an actor, You played Martin Luther King. You couldn't even get that accent together. Bass Reeves, ironically, technically, what was Bass Reeves? Oklahoma, Texas. You couldn't, you figured out old Western accents, but really, that's a Southern accent. It's like Oklahoma, North Texas, pretty similar dialect. Pretty similar dialect, but whole nother story. Now I got to go to this point of, and I've done videos about this, whether it be Africa, whether it be the Caribbean. African says Africans invented R&B. African saying, no, New Orleans food in particular is African. Caribbean saying that too. These people are us, and it's like, oh shit. Here we go. We got Afro beats, and we do it better. We guess because we make better music than y'all. It's like, oh shit. Okay. Okay. Mm. and at some point, y'all gonna get a pushback and it's gonna be ugly. I remember the guy. I forgot this. It was two guys. I forgot if they were UK. You in the UK? I believe they were in the UK. And he was like, we like to compare our best to Black Americans' average, but we don't want to compare our best to their best because it'll be a landslide. It'll be a total massacre. But y'all keep pushing this and pushing this and pushing this. Not to mention, for Africa, I'm going to say this. Interestingly enough, because right now the World Cup is going on. How many Africans are on teams against Africa? How many Africans are, what France, maybe Spain? Like, I don't keep up with soccer like that, but I know for a fact Italy, in Europe, there's a lot of African players. A lot of African players. Same thing you can say in the NBA and in their basketball, and even in Europe's basketball league, and probably in China's too. Right? So in one instance, y'all do this while even outside of America, you have people in your own diaspora in Europe, in the UK, well, Europe in general, away from your home country, right? And some over here. But I find something funny about that. Usually, I don't hear y'all talking this shit about them. And if you don't get what I'm saying, I'm gonna be a little bit more specific. I don't hear y'all talking about Giannis. I don't hear y'all talking about Victor Wembanyama. I don't hear y'all talking about even and I'm gonna go back all Christian Okoye, Hakeem Olajuwon. And the reason I say that is because of this. Even in America, y'all didn't really hear Black America talking crazy about Christian Okoye. Even I forgot the nephew's name is Abumi or something. I forget about that. So I'm sorry if I got your name wrong because I remember you, because you were young when you got to the NFL. It was super young. That's impressive in itself. But you don't hear people talking about Hakeem Olajuwon all crazy. You get what I'm saying? That wasn't a thing. That wasn't a thing. Even when y'all keep saying that, people were doing y'all dirty, making fun of y'all. Patrick Ewing's Jamaican. You ain't really hear people, oh, he's Jamaican. That wasn't a thing. And while they were here, they didn't make it a thing to, I'm this and I'm, they didn't do that. It was just, this, that's where you from. We're going to respect it and do this stuff and keep it pushing. Who's from the UK? Daryl Lindow wasn't a thing. Sidney Poitier, Harry Belafonte wasn't a thing. But y'all made it a thing. y'all made it a thing, and then y'all continuously make it a thing, and now it's like, okay, since we got an issue, we're gonna have an issue. Because last time I checked, you don't see consistent. I really, you don't. You see consistent responses for this shit. You don't really see Black America just, you know, if when the Bob Marley movie came out, we're gonna throw Bob Marley under the bus. You get what I'm saying? Now we're gonna throw, let's just for shits and giggles talk shit about Nelson Mandela or Julius Malema. Is it Malema or Malema? I think Malema. Julius Malema. You're not seeing us do that. We're not talking crazy about Saint. Is it Saint? I be want to say Saint Cara, Saint Kofa. I'm wrong. I know is one of them. Not good with the names. I can agree. I can say that absolutely. Say that absolutely. You don't hear just randomly out of the blue talking shit about Toussaint Louverture or is it Bookman or something like that. We're not really. That's not our thing. That's a y'all thing. We don't sit here. Let's make fun of Mansa Musa or Shaka Zulu or something. Hell no. But y'all love to do this shit. And see that, and going back to the subservience conversation, it's a lot of projection. Because that's what it looks like is going, like, I think when you emulate us with your subservience and white stereotypes. That's why it's off. But I'm going to leave it at that. Catch you on the next one.